Hey guys, how's it going? Just finished work and I thought, why not just create a quick video whilst we're going home. So one thing I mentioned in my last video is the fact that I've changed the windscreen back. So I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on why I've done it. Excuse the toe box. I don't know why these bikes, they don't look very nice with toe box, but hey, they're very handy to have. I don't think I've ever shown my toe box in any of my videos, so yeah, there we have it. It's not that bad, is it? It's okay. Obviously it looks better without it, but anyway, that's a completely different topic. So this is the Kawasaki large windscreen. Previously I was using a Givi, so stay tuned and I will tell you why I've initially decided to go for Givi and then I've changed back for this one. Right, so just to kind of give you a sort of backstory, I initially bought this one, the Kawasaki large windscreen. I had it for a while. I quite liked it, nothing wrong with it, but then I've seen one of Shaf's video, and he was test riding a Z900. So as usually with his videos, he has the camera strapped to his chest, and I think that was a really nice angle. And I quite like about that setup, when your camera is strapped to your chest, the fact that when you lean in corners, and that's what he does, you know, he has those amazing roads, probably in Germany, and when you lean in corners, everything leans, you know, with the camera leans, so that makes things more dramatic. So I thought, oh okay, let me try that as well. But of course what happens is when I've lowered the camera, so right now my camera is at obviously it's on my helmet, so it's higher, but when I've lowered the camera, half of the screen would be this black part, you know, so you couldn't really see anything. So I've quite liked the windscreen he was using. It was a Givi one. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I bought it. You know, people buy windscreens for different reasons, sometimes for better wind protection, but the thing with that one is, and the reason I decided to change back, it's mainly the looks, right? Was it offering better wind protection? Perhaps, but the only reason it was doing that, it's the same reason I didn't like the way it looks, and that is the way it was fitted. It was fitted on top of the original windscreen right here with some brackets. So of course by default, you know, the angle would be higher, so it would kind of come sort of just right about here. So because the angle has increased, you know, it's a bit straighter than this, I'm assuming obviously provides a little bit more wind protection. But come on, this is a naked bike, it's a street bike, you know. If you want wind protection, you don't ride one of these bikes, you know. Or if you really want the best protection, you're just gonna go for one of those touring screens. But honestly, those don't look pretty at all, especially not on the Z900. Some people like them, but hey, you know, I guess it's just a convenience factor, same as with the top box, you know. If you're doing lots of miles and you know you need it, then well, what can you do? So yeah, I had that Givi for a while and it was fine, but every single time I would look at my bike, I would absolutely love the way it looks from here, from this angle. I love the way it looks, but what I didn't like is the way it looks from the front. Yeah, I didn't like the way it looks from the front, because like I said, it mounts on top with some brackets and it doesn't sit flushed like this one, you know, because this one, the way this one works, for those who doesn't know, you know, you take the original windscreen, the short one, and this perfectly fits in the same place. So and when you look from the front, it's nice, and it goes well with the design, goes well with the original design, whilst the Givi one didn't. So yeah, that's the main reason. You know, I wasn't sure. I mean, I was like, okay, maybe I should do it, maybe I should not, but every single time I would look at the bike and I'm like, hey, I just don't like it. If you prefer a tiny bit more wind protection, then yeah, you should probably go for it. But you know, I'm quite happy with this one. Yeah, I guess ultimately it all depends on taste, which taste is very subjective. You know, people like different colors, they like different designs. Some people don't like the way the Z900 looks, some people do. It's exactly the same with the windscreen, but I can honestly say that both windscreens have been very, very good. So yeah, I would be happy to recommend both of them. In terms of wind difference, it's very hard. It's very hard to compare them, to be honest, you know. But mathematically speaking, because that one, it's a tiny bit straighter, you know, lengthwise they're the same, right? Lengthwise they are the same, or at least I think they're the same. Or no, I think the Givi one had a sort of weird shape. It was tiny bit longer on the edges, you know, a bit sharper. So you had some sharp edges sticking out, and I think those were a tiny bit longer, but I think it's all to do with the angle, right, with the way it was positioned, you know, because if this windscreen is like this and Givi one is a little bit higher, straight away it pushes the wind higher. So but when I've changed it, actually I've tried to literally, so before I've changed it, I went on a ride to try to remember the sort of wind I would get, and then I've changed it. I went on another quick ride to kind of see the difference, and honestly I couldn't really feel the difference. So ultimately you should just go for whichever you prefer. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this videos. As usual, if you guys want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.